Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion on returns, log returns, simple returns, making use of quant mode, performance analytics, and then we'll proceed with the visualization. So this topic is all about descriptive financial analytics and visualization. Okay, what we have learned so far is that there are two powerful packages that we can use, quant mode and performance analytics. Both quant mode is used for accessing data from the net. The default is Yahoo. Okay, so we can use the get symbols function. Quant mode is not only used for accessing data, acquiring data, downloading data, but it can also be used for some quantitative computations, like computing for the univariate returns, whether it be discrete or simple returns or log or continuous returns. So simple returns or discrete, log returns or continuous returns. They are synonymous. Okay, so last time we downloaded the Apple dataset. Okay, we can make use of just simply get symbols and then auto.assign. We learned this last time. Auto.assign is equal to true, which is the default. So I can also delete this. Okay, and the get symbols function knows that this is auto.assign is equal to true, which results in creating an object that is named the ticker symbol. So if you run this, it will create an object here in our data, here in our environment data, and it will be named Apple. So we did this last time. Or if you want to give it a different name, then you can assign a different name to it. Use the get symbols, but you have to include assign auto.assign is equal to false. All right. And we learned last time that the Apple object is an extensible time series object. If you take a look at the capital AAPL, what makes this unique and distinct is that the index is a date. Okay. It's a date. And then the XS object will give us 6 columns, open, high, low, close. Volume, which is the number of shares traded, and then adjusted prices. Okay, right. Oftentimes in finance, when you analyze returns, you either use closing price or adjusted price. Okay, all right. So what we did was to extract one column from the Apple object. Okay, we extracted, for example, adjusted. So this is easily done through this code. We create this object, Apple adjusted close, or of course you can name it any way you want. Okay, and then just subset by using the dollar sign, Apple dollar Apple adjusted, and we were able to create the Apple adjusted close. Okay, here. Let me just print that, and you can now see that it's univariate now, one value. And this is important because when you when you get returns from using using quant mode or performance analytics, you can't get the returns of multi-column. Okay, you only get if you get if you use, for example, the function okay, the function that we learned last time. No? Okay, let's go here, class. Here, ito yung daily return natin, di ba? We only subject this to one column. Type is equal to arithmetic, or can be type is equal to log. Okay, so I'll not repeat those processes. We learned about that. Okay. And then we said that quant mode is very powerful because you can make use of not only daily return, you can use weekly return, you can use monthly return. Okay, you can use period return and then define the type. Type is equal to type and the period. Type is equal to log and period is equal to monthly. Okay, and then for performance analytics, the function is different. While in quant mode, it's period return or daily return, weekly return, etc. In performance analytics, it's return that calculate. Now, the difference between this one, okay, do I have this one, quant mode? Okay, let me just run this class for a quick review. The difference between the result in period return, okay, let me, here class, I'll get the log return. Apple log returns quant mode, daily return. Type is equal to log. Okay, control enter. And then Apple log returns quant mode here. I'm going to print this here. You can see that the first item here is technically wrong, okay, because it's declaring that the returns is 0. When in fact, it's not 0 because January to 2020 returns, that period return cannot be calculated because it has no previous value. So quant mode defaults into this 0. Unlike class si performance analytics, diba ito? This one is performance analytics, log returns, let's see. When you run performance analytics, okay, it generates the NA value. Okay. So, well, you can actually, for this one, you can just delete this row. Okay. And in this case, you will also delete this row because you will not be able to do computation with the log return.pa if you have an NA. Okay, it will return error. Okay. Mag-error siya, class. So, kailangan matanggal to. It has to be removed. Okay. So I hope that's clear, class. Okay. And then what we did was, next was to, we went to the descriptive statistics already. No? We have measures of central tendency. Okay. Measures of dispersion, measures of shape. For central tendency, mean, median, mode. For dispersion, you have your standard deviation, your variance. And for shape, you have your kurtosis and your skewness. Okay, I provided you the, in fact, I provided you the LaTeX, the formula for that. Now, in your paper, since you will have data, you include some descriptive statistics. Okay, you can make use of the functions here. Okay, it's also your class, not only the LaTeX, but also the computation. You'll need to install the moments package. Okay, because the moments package provide us with the metrics for skewness and kurtosis. Okay, so very simple lang class, mean, median. Okay, if we run class yung mean with the quant mode log returns, it will run class. It will run because the first value here is 0. It's not NA. But if you run mean here in performance analytics, it will generate error. Why? Because you have an NA here. So please take note of that. If you have an NA value, you'll have to deal with that first. Okay. Later on, we'll have examples where we have several NAs. So what do we do with that, especially in time series? Okay. There are tools. There are ways in order to deal with missing values. Generally, the process is called imputation. Okay. Imputation means you substitute a value for the NA. Okay, because it's not always the right strategy to remove. If it was only the first row, it's okay, no problem removing this. But if you have several items, several rows of observation that have NA values, then you just don't delete that because that will affect the size of your data. There are ways, like for example, if you're dealing with time series prices of stocks or returns of stocks, if you're dealing with that, okay, then what you can do is there's such a method called, okay, let me just write it, but we're not going to discuss this now. Let me just mention this. Okay, the LOCF, that's last observation carried forward. Okay, suppose class, Okay, these are returns, no? Suppose NA to. Okay, NA. Tapos ito, what was a Tuesday? Okay? Maybe it was a holiday kaya walang naging trading nung Tuesday. Tapos ito may value. Okay? The most logical thing to do is not to delete this row, but rather, okay, rather to make the last observation was carried forward. So what does this mean? This is the last observation, di ba? Pwede nating ilagay dito yan. Okay? And of course, there are logical reasons why we can do that kasi hindi naman gumalaw yung price ng asset kasi nga may holiday, walang trading. Okay? That reason. Okay? So there are methods. Okay? Generally, it's called the process of imputation. Okay? So here, class, you see the mean, median, very easy to compute, class. Dito, class, yung PA, no? Okay, pwede namang not physically remove, but we have to put here NA.omit. Okay, so that it will run. Otherwise, it will not run. Okay, so I will not, class, review the concepts of variation, the standard deviation, the range, which is maximum minus minimum. These are basic statistics, and you have had so many statistics subject. Just review, class. Okay? If you have forgotten, review nyo yung, kunyari, yung measures of so meron tayong dispersion and shape, no? Yung shape, yung skewness and kurtosis. Okay? Just make sure, class, you understand kasi lalo na, class, sa here, okay? May minention ako dito, class. Yung value, yung 3, class, no? Ito, class. Si kurtosis here. Notice that mina-minus 3 to. Mina-minus 3 siya. Now, I'll leave you, class, to explore why we need to compute. Depende rin sa software, no? But for R, you need to compute for the excess kurtosis. So whatever the kurtosis is minus 3. Okay, so just as a reminder, class, when you do your descriptive statistics for your case, maglagay kayo ng content descriptive statistics, isama nyo yung sa shape, class, skewness and kurtosis, and then analyze your data. Okay. All right. And then here we came up with a table. Okay, using performance analytics, we discussed this table that starts that summary, and it will give us here several metrics. 16, class. Yan. Kasama yung lower confidence level, upper confidence level ng mean, class. Ibig sabihin, the mean the lower 95% and the upper 95% is centered around this. Ano ba yung mean natin? Nakalagay kanina, class. Mean, arithmetic mean, it's 0.001. Okay, and then also, andito yung skewness and kurtosis. Okay, you have to, hindi pa naman minus yung 3 dito, no? So you have to subtract that by 3. Okay, so these are notes that I provided with you. Okay, so let's now go to this portion, visualizing. Okay, nasa visualizing tayo, class. Okay, of course, I'll give extra points for those of you who will include visualization. Given the data, visualize your data. Okay, let's start here, class. I place here. I'll not discuss this with you anymore. I'll assume that you'll be reading this, yung OHLC, which I briefly discussed before, yung open, high, low, close. Okay, volume, and then we have here candlesticks, box plots. Okay, and then the tour de force package that we're going to use is ggplot. ggplot, which is grammar of graphics, and ggplot2 developed by Hadley Wickham, okay, is part of the tidyverse package. All right, so let's make sure that we have we have these packages. Okay, so go to your packages and make sure that these are loaded ggplot2. You should have that kasi we already loaded tidyverse dati. Anyway, so let's I'm going to run this. Okay, if you don't have reshape, check class packages nyo and make sure to install reshape. This is for reshaping data for ggplot2. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to load this class, and then please chat in the chat box. If you're done, please. Thank you. Let's wait for the others. Okay, great. A few more seconds for the others to. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's proceed, class. So we're going to use the first, we're going to use the chart series function. This is from Quant Mode. It's a very powerful uh, package class. Okay, so here, chart series, we identify the object that we're going to plot. Okay, let's give it the name of the chart, and then you have several themes. Okay, technical analysis is equal to null. So we're not going to include technical analysis indicators. Okay, and this is the default class. So let's run this. Control Enter. Okay, so we can see here the plot class. All right. The chart series plot class generates what we call a candlestick plot. However, we can't see this much because daily data to, so 5 years, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5 years, no? So more than 1,000 observations to. But we can, let's do this class. Let's see if we can subset. Control C. I'll just create a new one. Ang ginawa ko. Okay. So yung Apple natin class, tingnan natin kung let's just okay. Gawin natin class. Ang i-plot lang natin si adjusted. Alright? And then, i-subset natin to. Okay. 2024. That's 12. Okay. 2 months na lang. 11-1 up to dalawa ba? Mali. 2024-12-30. Okay, let's see if this will. Okay, mali. Isa lang. Okay, isa. All right. So what are we doing here? Chart series. Pero ang ipa-plot natin si Apple, yung adjusted price lang class. And then subset natin from November 1 up to 2024 up to December 30, 2024. Okay? So same thing, but we're not going, ito kasi class yung Apple lahat yan, di ba? Lahat, no? Okay, balikan, let's go back here in a while. Control Enter. And then you can see the plot again here. Okay. Take a look at this class. Yung mga values ito, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. But when we take a look at the Apple returns class, okay. Natanggal ko na pala yung ano, ito na lang. Okay, sorry. Ito na lang Apple class. Okay. Yung returns natin class are all, di ba, they're very small already. Example ito. Ayan o. 0.0097. They're way less than 1 class. Maliliit na yung mga returns natin. Okay, pero nung plinat natin class, nung plinat natin si Apple, notice that the y-axis is very high relative to the returns. Kasi what this is plotting class is ang napaplat niya, ang nakikita dito yung yung volume, no? Yung volume siya kasi yung pinakamalaki. Okay? But let's modify the plot a bit. Ang ipa-plot lang natin class yung yung only the adjusted price, okay? And only the month of November to December 2024. Let's see what happens here. Control Enter. Okay. Ayaw niya, no? May mali ako dito. Okay, let's go back here, class. I don't want to spend too much time on the syntax. I think I have another example on this one. Only zeros may be matched with negative subscripts. Okay, so there's something wrong with my... Okay, anyway, balikan natin to class, no? We're going to go back to this. So let's do this first. Ito muna. Okay, we'll go back to that in a while. Let's just first do this. Okay, autoplot is from ggplot2. However, it needs an XTS object. So we're going to use autoplot, and then here Apple log returns quant node. Okay, and then take note, see ggplot class. Okay, what happens here? Okay, it's called grammar of graphics. Is that when you plot this, you do layers. So una, dinidefine natin yung object natin. Ito yung object natin. Tapos plus, give it a title, AAPL daily log returns, plus the X label. Okay? Ang X natin yung date, and then yung Y natin, log returns, and then plus, you can identify several things. You can check the autoplot function, and it will give us several things to choose from. Okay, let's just use this thing. Okay, I'm going to run this. Okay, take a look at this class. All right, so we can see here, class, from 2020 up to 2024 December, the log returns. Okay, ganito class usually ang behavior ng log returns, no? Okay, now when we go to time series, we're going to learn. Okay, notice class that ito yung this is the average, no? Then you can see that there are spikes here. Okay, itong spikes na to class, COVID to eh. So this was caused by the COVID pandemic, no? Ito. Tapos dito 2020, before 2023, may mga spikes din tayo dito, no? These are called volatility spillover. Volatility spillover class. What does that mean? Yung volatility spillover. Volatility spillover class means it is a tendency of your data, in this case returns, to increase and then keep on increasing, increase or magdi-decrease siya and then continuously decrease. So you can see here the pattern dito. May mga continuous decrease, 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 and that causes your volatility spillover. Tapos dito naman, yan, yung pattern na increase naman siya, no? Increase, 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 keep on increasing, 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 okay? And then go down. Okay, these are what we call volatility spillover. Later on class, we're going to learn how to model this kasi kailangan one of the things that we need to do is learn how to predict returns. Okay, so there's a process called ARIMA, which we're going to learn. ARIMA, no? And then ARIMA class will not be able to model this volatility clustering. Itong volatility, sorry. Okay, clustering. Okay, class, sorry for the term there's such a thing as volatility spillover, but that's not where we're going. That's not this drawing. Yung volatility spillover class, yung effect nitong Apple returns class, nakaka-affect din siya, kunyari kay Microsoft. That's what we call volatility spillover. Yung volatility clustering ni Apple, it spills over. It affects also other stocks like Microsoft or other assets that may be related with Apple. Okay, so I hope class yung short, at least yung short introduction na yan, gives you an idea of the behavior of the returns class. Okay, yung constant mean na to class, constant mean, there's a term for that class. It's called stationary, and we're going to learn this concept ng stationarity. Stationary. This is very important in a time series data class. So we're going to discuss that in a few weeks time from now. All right, so let me clear the drawings first. So we use the autoplot, and as I mentioned here class, si autoplot, ito here, using autoplot from ggplot2, and it needs an XTS object. So si autoplot class is a function coming from ggplot2, and it was created so that when you have an XTS object, magra-run to. Okay, all right. Going down here, class. Okay, let me see if my example is here. Okay, then we better create now. Bago tayo mag-candlestick class, mag-create na tayo ng isang object, Control-Alt-I. Let's create Apple, AAPL, log returns natin ano na lang class 2024 December, yan. Control-Alt. Okay. And then, kunin natin class si Apple log returns quant mode, AAPL log returns quant mode. And then, isubset natin class si 2024 12. Let's see this class, if it will work. Sana tama. What I'm doing is I'm just getting the December 2024. No? Sana tama yung syntax ko. Medyo nakalimutan ko na rin mag view Apple. Okay. Ayaw na naman niya. Ayaw nito. Okay. Paano nga ba yung pag ano? Wait ha. I'm going to, kukunin ko lang kasi class ito eh. Wait. May C ba to? I'm forgetting a syntax. C. C ba? Wait. Nakalimutan ko class, sorry ha. Tingnan na lang natin to. Ito class gusto natin i-ano to eh. Okay. I just use the number. 1257, okay? 1257, let's say 30. So 1227. Ganun na lang class. I apologize class. Nagsisyntax error ako, no? 12, 27 up to 1257. Okay. So what are we doing here? Kaso, class, mali ito eh. Kasi ito yung index class, hindi naman 1227. No? Mag-error to. Mag-error siya. Okay? Hindi na lang class. Sorry sorry. Get symbols na lang tayo. I don't want to subset. Dito na lang class. Pwede naman natin i-define. No? I was trying to get the shortcut. Okay? But it doesn't work. My shortcut doesn't work. So let's just create a new object here. Ito na lang class. Okay. I-define natin si from at saka si to. Control C. And then let's go here. Where am I? Here. So lang pakita class kasi yung ano, yung candlestick. Control V. All right. So get symbols source is equal to Yahoo, Apple. Okay. Here 2024 okay, 12:01 up to 2024 12:31. Ganun na lang. And then yeah, true ito, no? True. And then false. So we're giving it a name. Okay, so let's do this class. Let's use get symbols again. Create an object Apple log returns 2024 December. Get symbols. Okay. Get symbols Apple. Source is equal to Yahoo. From December 1, 2024 up to December 31, 30. So walang 31. 2024. All right. Let's run this. Run. Okay. Yan. Tapos, i-ano natin class. And then, kunin natin yung Control C, Control V. Haba na ng pangalan, sorry And then, Control C, dollar. Okay, let's just get the adjusted price. Okay. All right, what am I doing, class? I'm creating this time an object with the adjusted price lang para isang ano lang tayo, isang variable. No? Okay, run this. And then if you check, Apple log, view na lang. Control C. View. Okay, there you go. No? So, konti lang siya, no? Para mas makita natin yung candlestick. That was my objective. Okay, I'm sorry, class. I'll pause for a while kasi masyado na yata ako mabilis. No? And, okay, I'll just give this to you, class, so that We don't waste time. Control C. Chat ko na lang to Control V. Okay, you may copy this. Okay. Ito hindi na to, ano? Hindi na rin ito yung latest. All right, so I hope you're able to follow along. We're creating this object. Now, why am I creating this? I just want 1 month. O pwede naman 2 months class, no? Pwede kong gawing ano to, 11, no? Okay, but for our purposes, 1 month na lang. Okay, and then view natin, tapos kinuha natin yung adjusted price, created another object, and then we viewed this class. So ito na siya. Ayan, 1 month lang, no? 1 month lang. Now we can create now the candlestick class. Okay, we'll replace this, itong chart series natin, papalitan natin ng to class. Control C, Control V. We'll change it. We'll replace it with the monthly data that we got. Monthly returns. No? Type is equal to candlestick. Okay. Name is equal to Apple candle chart. Apple, let's say 2024 December candle chart. White pa rin theme at saka TA is equal to null. Okay. Let's run this class. Control Enter. And then you can see here the, oh, bakit nag-line siya? Tapos, bakit December 2020? Okay, bakit ayaw niya mag-ano? Okay, nagloloko tong ano ka. How about in your case, class? Nag-candlesticks ba siya? Kindly chat, please. Bakit line graph to? May I know, class, if in your case, candlestick yung lumabas? If I comment that out and run this, line pa rin, no? Quant mode, what's happening? Okay, paki-check nga, class, in your case, ano nangyari? Line graph din. Okay. Wait Sandali. Puntahan nga natin si quant mode. Bakit quant mode? Okay. Let's go to chart series. Tingnan natin yung niya, letter C. Okay. Chart series ito. Okay, here. Ito, no? Yung walang create financial charts. So what's the default here? Type style of chart to draw. Okay, tingnan natin to, class. Let's copy this. Chart series, Apple, last 4 months kaso, wait. I'll see this. Control C, Control V. Chart series, Apple, dollar. Pwede ko bang i-ano yung adjusted lang? Subset is equal to last 4 months. Let's see. I'll copy this here to us. Control C. I think may mga changes na ginagawa si quant mode kasi when I run this kailan? Early last year. Wala naman naging problema 'to, eh. Bakit ngayon parang ano na, nag-default na siya sa ano, the default is supposed to be candlestick and in fact kanina yung tinype natin 'di ba, type is equal to, where's that? Ito type is equal to candlestick, oh. Okay, what am I doing class? I'm copying itong control X. I'm copying this from quant mode. Let's see the default. Gusto ko makita class kung anong default na niya ngayon kasi dati ang default niyan candlestick. Control V. Let me run this. Oh, nagla-line siya, oh. Nag-line siya. Okay, if I type here, type is equal to, tama ba yung ano natin? Tama yun eh. Candlestick. Yan oh. Here class. Candlestick. So type can be candlesticks. Candlesticks. Pero, pag rinaran natin, candlesticks. Okay? Type is equal to candlesticks. Subset. Okay? Kahit last 3 months. Yan. And if we plot this, yung Apple adjusted lang. Okay? We'll have to check class. I'm sorry. It doesn't run. Okay? Pag inoto ko, sa isang choice auto. Auto. The auto is yung line. Okay? Ngayon, may sinasabi siyang rechart. Bakit rechart? Parang hindi naman yan yung function na ginagamit ko. Rechart. Okay, let's see. Ayaw, mali, hindi ito. Chart ano talaga? Okay, so let me class skip this first. I'll have to double check class yung ano no yung chart series ni Quant Mode. I think nag-adjust siya, no? Baka nag-ano siya one last. I'm gonna use may isa pang chart series dito eh. Ito. Experimental charting naman. Okay, how about this? Okay, tingnan natin to chart series tapos ganun din eh. Oh. Okay, chart series type is equal to candlesticks. Same. Ayan, type is equal to either auto, candlesticks, or matchsticks, or bars, line. Nag-default siya sa auto is line. Okay? Now, bakit hindi nag-work yung ano, yung candlestick? Okay. Sige class, leave muna natin to kasi sayang yung minutes natin. But definitely I'll get back to this tomorrow class. I'll check what happened. No? Okay. So let's go here to the other plots. Aside from yung line ng maganda sana class yung ano, yung chart series. Hindi ako makaget over, sorry ah. Bakit hindi siya nag-chart ano? One last class sorry. type. Okay. I think I need a longer time to analyze this. Did anyone, class, was anyone able to plot na candlestick, class? Anyone? O lahat kayo line graph din? Kahit na we identify the type is equal to? No, thank you. Thank you, Ramon. Okay, siguro assignment natin, class. Please help me figure out. Itong file na to, class, I've been using this, no? Wala naman akong, I did not have any problem. Ngayon lang. Okay? Ngayon lang. Tapos nag-create pa tayo ng bagong object, di ba? 1 month lang eh. For me, just to be able to illustrate to you yung yung visualization ng isang candlestick. Okay? Pero wala eh. Bakit kaya nag-error siya? Okay? Let's see an example here. Parang hindi ako sorry about that, class. No? Natin mga chart, no? Ito yung kanina. Itong candle chart. Natin kung may example tong candle chart. Here. Sa ilalim, okay, mga na to eh, mga technical analysis na to eh. May example ba siya dito ng Tapos yung niya, class, yung discussion niya, hindi naman candle chart, chart series pa rin. Ibig sabihin, isa lang yon, no? Kasi tingnan nyo, candle chart yung clinic ko eh. Pero pumupunta pa rin sa chart series. First time lang, sorry class, first time lang nangyari sa akin to, no? Na nagka-error ako dito sa sa charting. I have to study this class, no, and check yung syntax error na hindi man error, class, kasi nagpa-plot pa rin siya. Pero pag type is equal to candlesticks, ayaw niya eh. Nagla-line pa rin siya eh. Very strange kasi dati by default when you do chart series, no, tapos i-ano lang natin isang month, class, automatic yan na na candlesticks yung lalabas. Okay, I'm just wondering why it's not now. Subukan nga natin to, class. Kahit ito lang. Tingnan natin, ha? Control C. I'll copy this. Okay, ano din eh. Control V. Okay. I'll replace it with and then I'll change this, class. Okay, last 3 months. Okay. Yung code natin inside this chart series, linagay ko dito sa chart underscore series, pero dapat may type dito. Type is equal to candlesticks. Okay. So, I replaced the chart series with chart underscore series. Tingnan natin kung mag-work to. Control Enter. Ayaw niya. No? Ayaw niya to. Yung chart underscore series. Okay. Okay, so let's just skip that class. When you, in tomorrow's session class, whether you attend or not, I'm going to get back to this and make sure that we're able to uh, uh, correct, no, or adjust the data so that we have we have the candlestick. I'm going to undo this kasi ito naman talaga yung ano eh, yung candlestick eh. Dapat kasi makikita natin yung candlesticks. All right, so let's leave that class. Let's go now to histograms and box plots. Okay. So let's first start with the histogram class. For histogram, we extract yung numeric values. Okay, kasi class, di ba, ano tayo? Quant mode tayo eh. Diba? So if you recall, quant mode class, I'll close this. Okay. Agang. Okay. Anyway, so I'm creating this object, Apple returns, okay, numeric, which is Apple log returns, and then as that numeric. So let's run this. Control Enter. All right, so we have that object now, diba? View. I-view natin to. Okay, here. What happened, class? Notice, ano nangyari sa kanya? What's this, class? Can anyone tell me? What's this? Apple returns numeric became what, class? Kindly chat, please, in the chat box. What happened to Apple returns numeric, class? Ano na siya? Anyone, class? We use Apple log returns, no? And Apple log returns is here. That's in fact Apple log returns class is an XS object. Now, when we used ask that numeric, what happened, class? Check where your object is now, class. Asa na si Apple returns numeric? Answer, class. Answer, please. Class, hello. Okay. First, do you have this code already, class? Ito? Meron na, di ba? Nabigay ko na yan eh. Okay. So what happened when you run this, class? Apple log returns is an XS object. No? How about Apple log? How about Apple returns numeric? In your environment, where can you find it? Sana may sumagot, class. I'm not getting any answer, class. Okay, under value. So what does that mean, Jason? If it's under value, so yeah, If it's under value, so what does that mean? It is, tingnan nyo class, oh. So ano siya class? It's a vector class. Vector siya. Diba? Sabi natin pag values, usually pag vector class siya, mga numerical vector, character. Okay, dito siya pumapasok sa values. Okay, so it's no longer an XTS object. Okay, so when you plot, pag nag-histogram kayo class, kailangan nyo ng numeric vector. Okay, and then what do we have here? Okay, lalagyan natin class yung histogram, lalagyan natin ng normal curve para makita natin kung yung comparison ng normal ng histogram natin with the normal curve. And this is where really R comes in very, very handy. No? So we're not even using the ggplot2 yet. No? Histogram lang to. This is just basic function hist. And then we're plotting apple returns. Okay. So sinasabi natin breaks at 50. Column is sky blue. Mga ano na to, formatting na to, no? Border is equal to white. And then title ng plot is histogram of apple daily returns. Okay. X-axis, ang x-axis niya is log returns. Okay. Frequency is equal to false. And then isasama natin to class yung curve. So dalawang ipa-plot niya, histogram at saka curve. Okay, normal distribution. Ang mean is equal to apple returns numeric. Standard deviation is the standard deviation ni Apple. Okay. All right. And then may legend dito. Top right, legend natin, Apple returns normal distribution. Okay. And some line type, line width, plot character. Okay. And then I leave you class to try to see ano yung ibig sabihin itong kunyari yung CEX. It has something to do with centering. Background is white. Okay. So let's run this from histogram. Control enter. Okay. Naku, may error na naman ako. But dito, okay, buti na lang. Saan siya nag-error? Okay, variable name lang. So take a look class at our plot. Okay, there you go. This is the curve, normal, no? This is the histogram. So we can see here that more or less, no? More or less, yung apple returns natin, yung log returns natin, more or less, normally distributed siya, although may peak na siya dito, no? Medyo highly peaked siya dito. Okay, did you get it, class? I'd appreciate your chat, please, kung nakuha niyo yung plot, yung histogram natin with an overlay of normal. You can see, class, how powerful R is in plotting. Okay, ang hirap niyan sa Excel, class. Very difficult. So you just have to take the discipline and learn. Syempre, may mga learning curve talaga, no? May learning curve talaga sa ito denorm normal distribution. Okay. How about a box plot, class? Okay. How about a box plot? So we have learned how to plot a kanina yung sa chart series, kaso line nga lang yung lumabas, ano? Hopefully by tomorrow we'll review that and we'll be able to generate the candlestick. Okay. Tapos dito, we learned how to plot the histogram and overlaid with the normal distribution. Okay, how about this class? Si box plot naman. Okay, si box plot class, simple lang, box plot din. And then the object is our vector, numeric vector. And then my label, box plot of Apple daily returns. And then Y label is log returns. Okay, let's run this. Okay, there you go. So we can see here, class, i-recall nyo sa statistics, no, kung ano yung box and whisker plot. Okay, meron tayo ditong, ano to, class, yung nasa gitna? That's what's this? What are this? Okay, recall nyo, class, yung ano, yung 1.5 times, ano, yung interquartile range, IQR. Okay, we'll not discuss that, class, kasi basic stat yun, no? So, but we learned here how to plot the box plot, and paki-review, class, na yung how the box plot is generated and the interpretation. Ano ibig sabihin nito, mga ano, may mga whiskers tayo dito, no? What's the implication? What does that mean? Okay, so it's not enough for you to plot this, uh, but give some description about it, and some comments about how your Apple returns is behaving. Okay. Now let's take a look at ito naman, class, relationship plots naman. Okay, scatter plot. Scatter plot is very important. Okay? Ang gagawin natin, class, i-compare natin si Apple returns with Microsoft returns. So let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to use, again, quant mode. Mag-get symbols ulit tayo. Same date na lang. Okay? Gawin natin tong 12:30, 12:31. Okay? Auto.assign. All right. So here we're creating another object, Microsoft, from Yahoo. Okay. Same dates to make it comparable with Microsoft. 2020 0101 to 2024 1231. And then, okay, this is wrong, class. Dapat true to. No? Auto.assign is equal to false. Wala naman tayong name na linagay, di ba? So dapat auto.assign is equal to true. Okay, so let's run this, class. Control Enter. And then it will generate a Microsoft object here. Okay, and then let's quickly get the returns. Tatanggalin na natin na.omit. Let's use return.calculate. Return. Okay. Return.calculate Microsoft adjusted price niya. Type is equal to log. Okay, let's run this. Control Enter. Ano yung mali ko? Sobra ako ng parenthesis. Okay, sorry. Ano yung mali ko? na.omit 1. Ay, kulang. Pero, why am I wrong here? Pakicheck nga, class. Tingnan natin. Tama naman. Okay, balik natin sa daily return. Okay. At ano return.calculate kanina? Oops. Saan mali, class? Check. Help me check, class. na.omit. Tama naman to, daily return. And then yung adjusted niya. Where's my mistake here? Okay. Dami kong error ngayon sorry class. Tama naman yung ano natin class. Okay, sige. Ganito gawin natin. Sorry Let's create the object. Okay, here. Ito, MSFT adjusted. MSFT. Create muna natin. Kasi baka ayaw niya yung dumidiretso Control Enter. So meron tayong MS adjusted, no? So daily return, I'll replace this with MSFT adjusted. Okay? Alright. So, nag-create muna ako ng MSFT adjusted. Ang suspicion ko baka ayaw niya yung dinediretso. Okay? And then, create the log returns. NA.omit daily return ng MSFT adjusted. Type is equal to log. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, this should be okay. Control Enter. Yan. Okay na. Okay. Check natin. MSFT. Ayaw niya diniretso, no? MSFT. Here. Log returns. Let's do this. There. Hindi tinanggal yung ano, no? Hindi tinanggal yung NA. Hindi niya tinanggal, no? Okay, that's one thing I notice. Yung NA.omit, no? Minsan, pag pinapartner mo siya with daily return, hindi gumagana no? Okay, andun pa rin siya. No? But anyway, okay, may value naman siya, 0, kaya okay lang yun. So let's now go here, class. Let's create this object, combined returns, where we're going to merge Apple log returns quant mode at saka yung Microsoft log returns na ginawa natin. No? Okay? So, dalawang columns lang naman yan. Okay? Yung all is equal to false class, okay, it will ensure that yung mga common dates lang pa pwede. Kasi possible na may mga dates na hindi common Okay, so this is a powerful part of the function class. If you have 2 time series, no? Tapos sabihin natin para yung simula nila, pati yung ending. Pero in between baka may mga dates na nasa time series 1 na wala sa time series 2. Okay, so we'll have a problem with that, no? So ang pwede natin gawin is all is equal to false. Ibig sabihin, it will only include those that are common to both. Okay, so let's run this. But I think wala namang problema dun kasi I think pareho naman silang mga dates, no? And then let's change the tingnan muna natin tong combined returns class. How it looks like. Okay, magta-time na. Sana matapos lang natin yan. Daily returns 1, daily returns 2. So ang pangit, no, hindi natin alam kung sino yung daily returns 1 and 2 dyan. Pero nung minerge natin, si Apple yung una, tapos si Microsoft. Kaya palitan natin na Apple returns, MSFT returns, column names, no? So we're changing the column names, and if we check, yan, Apple returns na, at saka Microsoft returns. Now, what we're doing here, class, is ito. Mag-scatter plot tayo. And we're going to use ggplot. Okay, you can see here how ggplot is done. First, you identify the object. Okay. Now, gagawin natin, combined returns class is an XTS object. Okay? But when you're using ggplot, kailangan data frame siya. Kanina tinignan natin yung autoplot, di ba? So, pwedeng gamitin tong experimental class, gamitin yung tong combined returns dun sa yung autoplot kanina. No? But when you're using ggplot, dapat data frame yan. Okay, here, ano yung dinidefine natin? Ano yung nasa x-axis, Apple returns. Okay, then plus, G yung point, ano yung klaseng anong klaseng plot ang gagawin, no? G yung point, tapos explain ko na next time yung alpha, ito yung jittering yan. Okay, and then color, then G yung smooth. Okay, and then plus GG title kung anong title, and then define the X label, Y label, and theme minimal. Okay, that's the anatomy of a ggplot class. Plot natin. Then you can see now is scatter plot kasi returns to ng X at saka Y. No? There. Tingnan yung class. Here. Microsoft log returns on the Y-axis, Apple log returns on the X-axis. Tapos ito class yung GM smooth, itong line yan. LM. No? Yung regression line. Pinalay niya. Alright? So, ito na lang class. Ito na lang. Okay, correlation between Apple and Microsoft is 0.7509. So highly correlated. All right, explanation lang to dito, class. And then tomorrow, class, we'll start with re-review natin yung candlestick and then we go to portfolio risk and return. Okay? So pag natapos natin to, class, then that ends our this module. We'll go to the next module. All right? So